people moving up here because they want what this area has to offer. The natural beauty of the place, the water, the woods, the hunting, the fishing.
We love the place that we live in, but we also know that unless we plan for the future and build a 21st century economy to fit together, it's not going to happen.
Michigan Land Use Institute is projecting way into the future how we will utilize this God-given part of the world. It truly is remarkable.
It's easy to stop something. It's easy to do nothing. It's hard to get everybody to agree and move forward.
People within this region really need a way that they can connect with what are the really important issues that are happening right now that need our attention. And the Grand Vision really is helping to provide a forum for us to be able to get the information out to people.
The Grand Vision, I think, is an incredible tool.
The Grand Vision is all about building prosperity through sustainable practices.
Let's protect water. Let's protect our, these greenways.
Having a better public transit system is extremely important for people who want to get around.
You need housing. You need affordable housing.
We need renewable energy to keep this region viable.
Local foods. Our farmers. This area is rich with agriculture.
Better, stronger villages and town centers to have a fun cultural scene.
All of that has an effect on the growth and the economic landscape of this community.
And they're like, okay, we agree on this, let's lay out a plan that keeps it the way we want it. It's hard to disagree with that line of reasoning.
I think it's fair to say we really would not have a grand vision and a set of action plans that are coming next if the Michigan Land Use Institute and the staff hadn't been here.
So the Land Use Institute, I think, has played an absolutely key role in getting citizens involved. Creating the momentum is what they've really been about and what they've been, frankly, very, very good at.
This is the Grand Vision in action. I'm Susan Miller. I'm the Executive Director of the Benzie Transportation Authority, better known as the Benzie Bus. And we had our groundbreaking today for our new facility.
This is an absolute success story.
Exactly what the Grand Vision and the people of Benzie County were asking for was a centrally located, fully operational transit system.
It wouldn't have happened had it not been for the Michigan Land Use Institute.
We're the Thayer family from Frankfort. We're Benzie County residents. We're here to say we think that this is a very important day for Benzie and that we think that there will be more prosperity in the economy as a result of digging in and putting up a new facility. The Institute could see that not just cities, but rural areas need transit, both for the independence and the dignity it provides people and for the economy. And it's been essential for us. It's brought people together, and it's caused us to dream bigger and aim higher.
One of the things that Michigan Land Use Institute do that's tremendously exciting is the Taste of the Local Difference guide to local food. And it's a tremendous resource. It lists lots of information about farmers markets, farms by county in our 10-county area where different foods are available. It tells you when that food ripens. This is information that if someone's visiting this area and is interested in going out and visiting farms, or indeed if you're a local and you don't know that information, this guide is essential. It's a map, it's a guidebook, it's an itinerary for really diving into this and finding out more. The people who are spearheading these efforts, whether it's Farm to School or Taste the Local Difference, are absolutely, they're doing incredible work. This is work that changes lives.
I'm the Food Service Director for Frankfort, Alberta School, and I also take care of the Benzie Central School System. The Farm to School program was actually implemented the very first year that I started. It was something, however, that Tom Stobie, our superintendent, had heard about.
And I thought, why couldn't we use some of the things that are produced here locally in our own program? We work with local milk producers and vegetables and apples.
The Michigan Land Use Institute has been just a great partner in this whole thing for me personally. And they really connected me with some different farmers, educated me on what was going on, and saved me the time.
I'm the 4th generation farmer. Before I got involved with the Michigan Land Use Institute and their farm to school program, I guess it was really stagnant. It was just whenever somebody would call up. And now I've become I've become a lot more busier on the selling part than just waiting for a phone call.
I've been selling eggs into the Frankfurt School. I can't remember if it's 4 years or 5 now. The hook was it the 2nd time that I brought in eggs. She said the kids remarked on the difference.
And that's the difference, is the taste. It is just better food. There's no comparison.
Other producers with other crops can look at that same program and just see where it fits. And next thing you know, you've essentially created jobs.
The real beauty of what's going on here in the whole local economy, and especially around the local food movement, is there's companies like MLUI that are out there explaining to people why it's important. They're doing the educational process that has been missing from the food system the way we have it. The lettuce that we're getting is, coming from California, being irrigated by water that's diverted from the Colorado River, and it's got a tomato on it that's grown in Mexico that comes over in a container that gets gassed on its way to being put on a truck to cross the country. The MLUI has done a tremendous job of creating an awareness around the value that local food has in our community. So daily they are out there able to promote, educate, and facilitate an exchange of information that gives people the opportunity to plug into what we're doing with local foods. And when that awareness is created, it creates a demand back in the grocery stores, in the schools. So it really is about that educational process and connecting the dots.
Whether we like it or not, we're moving into the 21st century. And we're going to have issues and challenges facing us going forward. I've spent quite a bit of time in energy. I used to develop and finance power plants. I worked on all kinds of plants, coal plants, nuclear plants, wind energy. Things are really changing. Cheap energy is not going to be as available as it was. So we're going to need to move more toward renewable energy and really energy conservation. We need to reduce our, the amount of energy we consume. Well, I've been on the side kind of participating with the Traverse City Light and Power discussions on their program and what they want to do in terms of renewable energy in Traverse City. And I know that the Land Use Institute has provided some guidance on that and some suggestions about how a portfolio of energy supplies might be put together for Traverse City. And I encourage them. They've got some really good people like Hans and Brian Beauchamp and some people who are really tuned into this energy issue. And I think they bring a lot of wisdom into the debate and discussion.
Back in the early 90s when the term sustainable development came out, it was sort of an industry joke then, was the environmentalists only hear sustainable and developers only hear development, and I felt that MLUI really, when they started using sustainable development, they really meant it. Protecting the environment is kind of where it all begins, and without it, none of it really works up here. And I think there's remarkable consensus that we need to grow, and we need to grow in a way that takes into account all the things that we value. And I think that MLUI has just worked so hard to say, we value this, right?
Progress is what we all got to be about. We've got to make progress, and that's what the Land Use Institute is doing.
The Land Use Institute facilitates so many important efforts.
They've shown the interconnectivity of food and farming to lifestyle, to transportation choices.
If you're a good leader, you go out and about and you look for the issues and look for the challenges ahead of time and try to head them off.
They want to start something good, and when you think about smart growth and moving forward, it is about starting something good.
It's really helping us find our own voice and our own answers to our community's needs.
And that is the vision that the Land Use Institute has brought to this, helped bring to this region, working with a whole bunch of people, and it's a great one that really is, frankly, a model for all of Michigan.
So many, many citizens are touched in different ways by what the Land Institute is doing.
Michigan Land Use Institute staff really does a wonderful job of helping many of us locally to figure out and have conversations about what's that common ground. What is it that we share in common that we can agree on that begin to be building blocks to where do we want to go from here?
This is the right way to plan for the future.
They're friends, they're just great professionals, people that we learn from all the time.
The passion that they bring to what they do, their involvement across the broad spectrum of all the parts and components of what we're trying to do here in northern Michigan is just invaluable.